guys, you join me just on the road. I'm in Galloway, just on another wild camp. Bit cloudy today, a little bit breezy, bit chilly as well on the motorway, I must admit, but here in a minute. So behind me, just stopped at this church. Bike's all loaded up, not taking as much, no panniers on today. All my gear's in that bag. I've got my tent, tarp and just a tank bag, and that's it. But yeah, a bit of breezy, a bit chilly, and just to prove where we are. We're in Scotland, obviously, so the Church of Scotland. Very old, this, by the looks of it. So yeah, time to get back on the road. Hi guys, well, I can't believe my luck here. Absolutely fantastic spot that I found off the road. Just found it by accident, and this is where I parked the bike. Just show you. So well out the way, and get the bike set up. Flat bottom ground there behind. That's a perfect spot there, I think. It was a bit cold and grey before. I'll just spin round, and this is where I am. There's a river over there as well, so I've even got a water source. Putting you into sunlight there. Well, yeah, when you get all sorted out, I'll spin round again. So yeah, don't get much better than this. Lucky. I was getting a little bit tired as well, so my bum was getting a bit sore. But to find a spot like this, excellent. So hope I don't get moved on later on, because there is a house right over in the distance, which you won't be able to see because it's in sunlight. But, great spot. I might put a tarp on the other side of the bike, maybe, just to hide it from the road. I don't know, but you can't really see the road. I mean, traffic's going to be going down anyway. It's a very quiet road, so nobody's going to see me here. See you in a bit. So pretty much set up now. What I'm going to do is just give you a quick show around of some of my gear, because people are asking like what it would take. So I'm just going to show you. So the bike I use is a 2012 Triumph Explorer. It's a launch model, so it came with quite a few extras like the engine bars and ET grips and things like that. I won't go into it. Fantastic bike, done me now what, 21,000 miles, never missed a beat. All I've used today is like the tank bag and the bag. Trusty sat navs on there to get me here, but didn't need a sat nav to get there, just found it by accident. But what a beautiful evening nowadays. It was cold before, I was getting really chilled on the motorway. My own fault because I took the inner lining out of the jacket. But I do get too hot, but on this occasion I was getting a little bit chilly. So let's have a little bit of a walk around because I want to find in a bit. Because I will need some water. I don't know whether you can see over there, but there is a river. So I'd have to like just chance it, try and get across. Because I've only got 1 litre of water. So guess I can try and find some in this area. Not going to be too difficult. Well, there's the camp from a distance. I don't know what to call it yet. Woodland Wild, I think. But it's just the sort of thing to find, folks. Anyway, a little bit of a talk on what gear we've got. Tent is an over 300, really waterproof. It's got like this some tension beam system which I've not used. Those are those straps that are hanging down. I've got this the other day off Amazon. Now there's another chair on Amazon called, I think it's called the Helinox or Helinox, something like that. American, I think. 80 quid. This was 23 quid, and it's dead comfy, and it goes up in seconds. Proper buy. Got my little stove out cooking area there. Now, I'm not going to keep the gas next to the little stove there, and I'm going to cook tuna. Do a tuna stove and turn that on its. So what I'm going to do, get that out of the way. I'm going to turn this upside down so the flames go through. Anyway, you'll see in a bit a tuna stove. Get that out of the way. So we've got Nescafe ready. You just stick them in water. So we've got some hot chocolate. So that's breakfast in the morning. So we're going to have for tonight's tea vegetable curry and rice, and I'm going to put the tuna in it after I've cooked it and used it as a stove, so all will be revealed. And a little bit of booze in there just to warm the cockles. So talking of warming the cockles, oh, that's me the water supply, and that's also me I'll just show you what it is. These are great. Shown them on other videos. Get it out one-handed. So what you've got there is your water bottle, and inside you've got your cooking pot. That's what I use. Stove fails, then you've got a good old burner. Now, talking of keeping warm, obviously got a bit of grog. When it gets dark later, I've made a little bit of got a fire log from the garage. Just I thought I'll get one of them. They're not expensive, but it gets cold tonight, a bit dark. Now that will burn and obviously won't show much of a fire, because right in the distance, you can't even see it, but where I'm stood here, I'll try and zoom. So there's a house in the distance. Now if I can see windows, then they might be able to see me. At the end of the day, I'm trying to be a bit stealthy here. So that's going to be a nice little warm up for a couple of hours before bedtime with a hot chocolate. So that's the plan. Right, see you in a bit. Right, so some of the gear for inside the tent. Obviously my sleep system. This tarp again I'll shake out. Thermal layer underneath. I mentioned it before on videos, so just obviously this is a bike video. so that'll go underneath me. Stops obviously heat going from the ground, and then on top of that we'll go thermarest. Do lie on my side, so I must admit sometimes it's comfortable, but I've got this really big mat that I took last time and you had an excellent night's sleep, but I wanted to bring less gear this time, not like a big roll on the bike, so I didn't really want to take it, so chances bit of a dodgy shoulder at the minute. I'll just have to be careful what side I'm lying on, obviously, but get some of that gin in me, I'll probably be out like a light. Sleeping, what's called a Robin's Extra Light 900, so packs down really small, relatively inexpensive. You don't have to spend a fortune on this kit, guys, so you know it's all about budget and what you can afford. Some people, like, they seem to want to spend, I don't know, masses and masses of money on everything, and I don't know, it's not me that. If it works, I'll use it. I've had that a few years, and great sleeper bag, nice sort of mummy shape, keeps you warm, zip it right up and away you go. Feet always get cold. I always like to use these heat holders. If you don't change your socks from what you're wearing in the day, when it does get cold at night, your sweat just freezes your feet up, so always put a nice warm pair of socks on. Little pillow if I need it, but what I'll probably use, multi-purpose, is a wrap down jacket, and I'll use that in the cover, doubles up as a pillow, so brilliant. And then in the morning when you're cold and you get up, or at night, then you just put it on if you need to. When it is dark, obviously you need a bit of light. This Coleman 3000 lumens, really bright light, different settings. And you can change it. And you pull it out so it's not on. Hang that little lantern in the tent. And if I'm on my own at the end of the day, I'm in the middle of, well, in the middle of nowhere. Just in case you do encounter something, yes, we use for chopping up wood, and yes, we use for cutting up fire sticks, but those two guys, they sleep by the side of me, because you never know, do you? Might be battling Neds in the middle of the night, which you know, so I wouldn't, but you never know, do you? So that's what I take. Obviously clothes, but yeah, looking forward to it, guys. So all set up. So what we're going to do next is I think we'll get a bit of food on, because I am starving. Right, guys, we need to find some water. I've got that, that's all I've got. A beautiful evening, so I can't risk going over there to get that water. So I've got it for the little stream down there, you can see. Found some water, folks. It's not much, but it is water. By the time you boil that, purified it, which I've got some, it should be okay. I can't risk walking over there because this is land. So I'm actually close to some buildings over there, closer to what I thought. Water. Not the best. Well, that's what it is, H2O. So I've changed out my bike gear now. Just going to get a coffee on. Oh yeah, my little mug. So fresh water. Careful not to spill this. Tell you what, precious commodity. Right, water's boiled now. That's there. Turn the gas off, don't want to waste it. Sun's going down now, probably got about, I don't know, an hour and a bit. So, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use the tuna stove I've been promising you. There's a princess tuna steak. Get out of the way. So what you do, I'll show you what you do in a minute. Right guys, you see that, I'm not in the way. So 1, 2, 4 pieces of toilet tissue. That's soaking. Just push it in. Fold it over. Leave some bits stuck out. Nature's cleaner, sphagnum moss. And light it up. A couple of areas. I'm sure it's going to be level. And then if I put my hex stove over it, tuna stove. Some water that I collected. It's a bit brackish, but never mind, I'm not going to drink that. I'm going to filter that. So I'm going to put the vegetable curry in there, guys, in the pot. So when that water's boiling, it's going to heat that, and then the tuna I'm going to put inside the pot. Well, this is actually now starting just to bubble. You can hear it, it's starting just to boil. I'll leave that for about another 10 minutes, I think. Well, the sun's starting to go down now. Hear the animals, like pheasants and sort of couple of ducks flying over before. I went for water before and there's a couple of pheasants flew out. So yeah, a bit of wildlife in this wood. Some deer droppings as well. So might hear something in the middle of the night. Hopefully not Bigfoot again. Gonna go dark in a minute. Well, it's a lovely evening. I'm just sat in my chair waiting for this meal to cook. Hope you like this idea. It's a bit different, isn't it? God knows what it's going to taste like, but I reckon it'll be okay. So I used to be a chef, so I think my food's pretty good. So, tuna. What's it taste? Alright. I'll get a bit of bits. You can see me. That's pretty good, that. I don't know what you can see, but a nice moon overhead. Really still night. Hello, Mr. Moon. Give me a bit more light. Besides, I'm going to use this in the morning because first thing in the morning is going to be a bit chilly, so that'll be nice just to throw a bit of heat from while we're having some breakfast sat in front of it, I think. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's going to go keep nice and dry in the tent. Hi guys, as you can see I'm all all tucked away in my sleeping bag. Bit tired now. In fact, it's 10:30. Had some hot chocolate and some bar, and yeah, I'm getting pretty tired now. I keep thinking I can hear noises outside the tent, but you always get stuff like that. It's your imagination that runs a bit wild with you. Mine does a bit. So yeah, I'm gonna bed down now and hopefully get a good night's sleep, unless some things go bump in the night, but if they do, then I'll let you know. Right, well I shall see you in the morning for the journey back home. So see you in a bit. Cheers guys, good night. I won't be able to see anything, but it's suddenly gone really still, and there was something running around. I don't know what it was. I'm hoping it was a pheasant. I think it was a pheasant just running around. But yeah, can't really see anything else up there. No. Right. Morning guys. A bit closer. Lit that fire log up. A bit cold this morning, I must admit. So need a bit of warmth. Got my big jacket on. Put my bike trousers on over. So I'm gonna get some breakfast. Get a nice cup of coffee going. Slept well last night, but this morning awakened by the sound of the forest. Yeah, I could hear woodpeckers, starlings, horses, sheep, cattle. You've got a wood pigeons. I can see crows and ravens flying overhead. Really noisy. So that woodpecker was really going at it. He was proper headbanger. But yeah, loads of noise in this woodland, which is nice to see. They say that the countryside is peace and quiet, but this morning it was proper noisy. It woke me up. But that's nice to have an early morning call like that. I'm sure you'll agree. Right, guys. So just going to get breakfast on the go, and then I'll see you in a bit. Nicely boiling now. So I didn't want this last night because it'd be too visible. Yeah. What we're having? Beans and sausage. Let that boil up. Be nice. I'm going to use these fire logs again. Chucks off loads of heat, but hardly gives off any smoke. There's like virtually nothing. So low lying ground, I've got like an area there in front of me. You won't be able to see that. So if you're into your stealth camping, folks, that's the way forwards. Fire log. Just walking down where I've got water, and didn't see these yesterday. I'll be able to see on camera at the minute, so we'll zoom in. There's two huge, I mean I'm talking huge, things like a dinosaur over there, Highland cattle. Let me just zoom it in. Probably don't look much on camera, but that thing is massive. Big horns on it. Put its head up, you'd see it. Huge thing. Just spin round where I am, folks, and so there's proper loads of wildlife around here. But I've just found something as well. I'll spin the camera around. It's unusual, it's actually on a wall. You see that? You see it there, I'm on the selfie camera. But that is scat. Not a nice thing to look at, but on a wall. That could be a Scottish wildcat. Can you see that fur in it? So I must admit I did hear some strange sort of noise like mooching about last night, and I reckon there's probably one in here, because you look around, got some good places to hide, haven't they? Right. Right guys, just made sure I left no trace on the ground. Most important aspect of wild camping, that, wish everybody did the same thing. So what you got to remember is leave no trace. Just like to say, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, the usual things, big thumbs up. I've got quite a few viewers now, but this is the second wild camping trip that I've done. First one was another one called Wild Camping Scotland. I might call this Wild Camping in Scotland. But once again guys, thanks very much for watching. One important thing as well, if you have a fire, I was really careful about using that log and built up stones underneath it. But again, don't leave anything to chance. So one of the tips that I use, obviously water is shortage, so this is a bit of homemade water.